Mitch Cleary.
There he is, Mitchell. How are you?
It's funny, Clary said he was going to Sydney. It had nothing to do with anything, and he's met the Giants twice in the last 5 days, Daisy. So maybe we did need to follow him up there.
Oh, I'll tell you what, you are everywhere. I turned on the telly last night. You're there, you're
thanks
here.
for watching.
Yeah, that was good. You enjoying the panel stuff?
It's good. It's a good change-up. Spent a few days with Daisy on agenda setters this year, so trade version at the moment. I can't remember a bigger trade period. There's so many big names.
Already?
Normally, we're talking about B graders like they're superstars, but there is proper superstars in this year's trade period.
And the trades are going to be one part, but then you add in today what's happened down at the Cattery. We need to address that. A big fine given to the Putty Cats.
So $77,000, $40,000 of that has been suspended, provided they don't do any more breaches in the next 2 years. Essentially, it's not breaching the salary cap. It is not informing the AFL about every third-party payment. So this is just by examples.
So they haven't breached how they're paying their players.
So it's nothing to do with the player contracts.
Correct. It's
if you give me as a player a bottle of Grange for coming out to your sporty.
Oh, is it like that?
Those sort of things need to be ticked off
If
for the
I
AFL.
go to men's club and get a suit.
Yep, and you deck out your 5 groomsmen at a wedding and you're getting a freebie and you might put it on Instagram and you're getting a little... All that needs to be ticked off with the AFL. The Cats haven't been disclosing that as well as they should have. It's more administration. Now, I think the fine is well and truly fair enough because this is the AFL. It's a professional environment. The AFL tells players and clubs every year to adhere to this, and they've been found to have breached this over a 6-year period. I think it's fair enough and probably a little bit unders than what they could have been given, but we just want to make clear it's not around the salary cap. They haven't been giving 50 grand a jezza under the table or anything like that.
And all that
They haven't.
all that cotton on crap that everyone...
Cotton on Hill.
There's a lot of jealous, and you're one of them, and a lot of jealous people and clubs out there, and I dare say they'd be up in arms today saying this is a disgrace. Carlton lost picks and got fined millions of dollars. But... So you're the man. So you're saying this is not bad, and it's got nothing to do with player payments or anything like that.
It's not great, but it's not super bad. It's not like they've been dodging the salary cap and paying blokes overs and paying outside the cap. It's for a lot of little things that have added up over time.
Yeah.
And this is a real wake-up call to Geelong. Now, some would say they should have had the wake-up call years ago, and they probably should have.
How long's it gone for? 6 years.
From 2019 to 2024. Now, Bailey Smith's cotton-on deal is not in this because he arrived for 2025.
Right.
But I understand that deal is going to expire in the next 12 months. So any future dealings he has with Cotton On, they are going to be watched so closely with the AFL.
You've got to be nervous there, our boy.
Well, if you've got Stephen Hocking there and Brian Cook and these guys, they know what they're doing. So it's annoying.
Well, Cookie hasn't been there for a while, Bill.
Bloody jealous clubs.
Righto. Well, we can put a line through that one. Some trades today. There was some actual movement.
Yeah, there is finally. Normally these are left for the last couple of days. But Judd McVee's moved from Melbourne to Fremantle. I think he's a handy halfback flanker. He's going to help the Dockers.
Potential, yes.
Brandon Starcevich moves from the reigning premiers, the last 2 flags. He's important in both games. Played on Papley last year and Dangerfield this year. Moves to the Eagles. Now it's a 4-year deal. There's triggers in that to get him to years 5 and 6, but that's protection for the Eagles because they don't want to give him a massive 6-year deal up front because of these concussion concerns. Like the Angus Brayshaw one, that's the best example. They don't want to lump all the money in at the start. It gives the Eagles a few more protections if that concussion rears its head again.
And that was a deal done with Fremantle and Brisbane. A 3-way trade.
And then you throw in the Dockers and the Demons. It's a 4-way trade, very complicated. I think the Eagles have done pretty well. Essentially, they part with an early pick in the 20s for Starcevich, who's a proven 26, 27-year-old at the level.
Yeah, and they get in pick 12. They get Starcevich and pick 12.
Yeah, and they gave up 16 and a few other picks in the 20s and stuff. So it's not bad for the Eagles. And the Oscar Allen deal is going through right now. They are more than likely going to get pick 2. So it'll leave the Eagles with pick 1 and 2. Wow. It's pretty good dealing if you're the Eagles and you're getting pick 2 for Oscar Allen, who's hardly played the last couple of years with his knees. Brisbane have stumped up. They've been into him for a long time. I'd love to know if this was now, because they've committed to Oscar Allen 12 months out, knowing what Gallup did, Logan Morris, these sort of guys in the finals.
Hipwood's got to come back.
Yeah, if they would have committed as hard. But once you give a player your word, that's the word.
And they play him down back, I suppose, or somewhere. But
yeah, Hipwood's going to
still be number 1 banana down there, which makes it easier for your Morris and also your Gallups and the like. So I still think he's got a lot of good football ahead of him. This one's starting to get a bit messy. Bailey Humphrey. Coming from the Gold Coast Suns. Now, he's gone in and said that he wanted out.
Well, talk to me because he's just getting some
I've just had confirmation
news.
officially that it is pick 2 for Oscar Allen. That's come through literally now.
That was live
Hang on.
time.
Do you want to go again?
Cool.
Breaking news with Billy Brownless.
Mitch, I'll handball it to Mitch Cleary.
So Eagles get pick 2 for Oscar Allen. They now have picks 1, 2, and 13 in the first round. So that 12 moves back to 13.
Wow.
Helps the Eagles in a pretty tough time for them.
Geez, I'm glad that was breaking news because I thought you were being so disrespectful
Sorry.
just taking a text as I started to launch into a serious question.
This is the mindset over the next 8 days. You just got to be on your phone. And I hadn't sent that text for 5 minutes ago, and there you go.
There you go.
Well,
Breaking news. What did you ask again?
I was going to ask about Bailey Humphrey.
Yeah, so Gold Coast are resolute because he's got a contract for the next 2 or 3 years that he's not going anywhere. But clubs are still doing work on this. They think the door might be able to just slightly open on this one. So he's got family reasons to want to try and get back to Victoria. He's got strong family links through the Gippsland, eastern side of Victoria. He's met with the Demons. He's had talks with the Pies and the Hawks in recent times as well. The Suns are so strong that they gave up so much for him a couple of years ago. They see a massive future. They're not going to do anything. But clubs wouldn't be doing and wasting their time if there wasn't anything in this.
So is it concerning, though, that he's the family reasons that weren't sort of public knowledge and now public knowledge? Does that somewhat force the Gold Coast hand? Because a lot of players leave for less. Ollie Henry, he was home 6 minutes, 45 Ks up the road.
And they were happy to ship Sam Flanders in this year's trade period. That helps get the money off the books. Yeah, it's a good question. The Suns would say that he's been able to manage it the last couple of years by extra time when they come down and play in Victoria, gets an extra day either side of the game and things like that. So that's the club's side of things. But I'm sure the clubs here, Daisy, Melbourne at the front of that queue will be pushing hard to try and wrench him out.
All right. We're going to take a break.
Yes.
We'll talk to Jamarra, Rowan Marshall, and Christian Petracca. Stand by.
You can start, Vince.
Rowan Marshall.
Yeah, that'll get done to Geelong. I think the Cats have made a commitment to him. I think they're further ahead in the Rowan Marshall one than Charlie Curnow. I don't think they can get Curnow and Marshall done. So Marshall gets done. I think if you're the Saints, you're asking for a future first because next year's draft is stronger and less compromised, less academy kids and that sort of thing. But if you're the Cats, you're probably thinking, well, we'll give up this year's first rounder because it'll end up being in the 20s. So there'll be a bit of haggling done on that one. But he's a little bit frustrated, I think, because the Saints haven't brought him along on the ride with the whole TDK thing.
Yep.
He learnt about that a lot through the media rather than sitting him down in the same room and selling him the dream. So you can understand why he wants to be the number one ruck somewhere else.
It's a big pick for the Cats if they can get him.
Who's
in
more
there.
important, Curnow?
No, Rowan
Marshall.
Rowan Marshall. More important for the Cats right now.
Sydney still all in on Charlie?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and I think they're much more advanced and in the position to do the deal than Geelong.
So how is that going to look for them? Is it futures? Because they were pretty adamant they didn't want to lose a player.
Yeah, I think there's still the window that the player could be involved, and this is where the managers come into it. So Charlie Curnow's manager, Robbie DeRazio, actually approached Tom Papley's manager a few weeks ago and said, would Papley like to be involved? Now, Papley shut that down, but this is the work the managers do behind the scenes to try and get the ball rolling on these things. Now, just throwing up one name, but the Blues were into Will Hayward, 12 months ago. He's managed by the same man as Charlie Curnow. Could he be involved? These are the sort of things that'll, flush out over the next week or so.
No disrespect for Will Hayward, but you'd want something else as well.
Oh, for sure. Maybe
pick,
a first rounder or two plus Hayward. That's just an example. Not saying Will's going there just yet, but these are the sort of things that get thrashed out.
Going to have to be busy.
Christian Petracca.
Yeah, I think this gets done to the Gold Coast Suns. The Demons are going to pay a large chunk of Clayton Oliver's contract, but they don't want to pay any of Christian Petracca's. They're happy to have Petracca back. Yep. So this will be for the Suns to take on his full deal. He's got 4 years left at around $1.3 million.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a world where the Suns spread that out into a fifth year, so it smooths a bit of the money out.
Yeah.
And it's going to probably take at least one, maybe two first rounders for Christian Petracca to get to the Suns. And the Suns now, because of the Flanders deal that happened yesterday, pick 7, they've got plenty of picks to throw around the Suns.
I like it. They're in the window. They're being aggressive.
Yep.
Jamarra to the Suns?
Yeah, I think that's heading in the right direction.
Right. He's going to get a lifeline.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Really?
It's waiting on the board approval from the Suns. Damien Hardwick has driven this. This has been his passion project over the last few weeks.
Going to live with Damien?
Not sure about that just yet. There's a few murmurs about that, but even
he'd have to, wouldn't he? If Damo, what's his name, Dimmer, if he's all in here, Dimmer's going to have to say, you come and live with me for the first 3 months.
Yeah, and Jamarra's got a lot to prove, a lot of trust to win back.
Yeah.
So is that a whole lot of responsibility given to the senior coach?
Yeah.
Because they don't have a GM.
Yep, so Wayne Campbell's left the Suns to go to the Swans. Craig Cameron, who's the list boss, is overseeing the whole footy department at the moment, but Dimmer has got a large say in this. And the 800 to 900,000 he's owed at the Dogs, that won't be what the Suns are paying. I think that'll be ripped up at the Dogs, and the Suns will have a cut price for Jamarra.
Zach Merrett looks like he might. Can he stay?
Yeah, the Dons say that he can.
Yeah.
They're so aligned. President, CEO, coach, and list manager all saying we're not trading him.
Right.
I think it's contingent on Hawthorn to throw the kitchen sink at the Bombers, just to get them to look twice at this. Now, the Bombers, he's contracted, they can say no, but if the Hawks stump up with 2 first-rounders and a handy player, it might get the Bombers to look at it.
Wow.
Did you hear our man Zaka yesterday, David Zaharakis?
Very strong. We actually played a grab on that on the news.
He was adamant that he couldn't walk back into that fractured locker room.
Yeah. It's going to be... Look, every club will tell you that players can turn around and go back, but this one feels a bit different, doesn't it?
It does.
There's been a few barbs thrown each way.
It has.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nick Dacos, you spoke to Craig McRae at the races launch today.
Yep.
Not about his horses, but about
Well, he's got a runner this week, Craig McRae, in the Group 1.
Well, you spoke about his star colt
Yes.
in Nick Dacos.
So Craig McRae said he bought a Tats Lotto ticket last night. It's a 50 million to 1 chance to win, and he said there's more chance of me winning Tats Lotto than Nick Dacos being traded from Collingwood.
Good.
The other thing that Craig McRae said that he's been trying to get onto Clayton Oliver, who's been up in Sydney, hasn't been answering every phone call.
For a date night.
So it makes me think that the Giants are well ahead in this. I wouldn't be surprised if we get in the next couple of hours
$1.01, Mitch.
confirmation that Clary wants
Giants.
to join the Giants.
Wow.
Yes. He was up at the moving van yesterday
Couldn't
in
get
the
in the
Giants
gate.
facilities. He was
Couldn't
trying
get
to
out
get
of
the
the
code, so he was stuck talking to us on 7 News.
Now, we're headed up, Bill.
Yes, to Bathurst.
And there's this man, he surprises me at every
He
turn.
does.
Little old good suit, nice tie, Windsor
Peabody.
knot, Peabody.
Would you have picked it?
No.
But you're a rev head.
I'm a closet rev head. I'm going to sit on the couch Sunday and watch every minute of 161 laps.
Really?
Been up a couple of times with Dad, my uncle.
Really?
Did you bury anything in
Yeah,
the hill?
any slabs?
Nah, well, it was a bit young when I went up to do that sort of thing, but I'd love to go back.
12 or younger?
Yeah, 14, 15.
Okay.
Who's your favourite? Who's your number one driver?
Oh, Craig Lowndes over time.
Oh,
Lansing. He's going around
Jamie
again.
Wincup.
32nd time at Bathurst. Not bad,
Incredible.
is it, Lownsy?
That is incredible. No, anything
Well,
else?
I'm jealous. I heard that talk you guys when I was driving in that you're heading up there.
No, you can come with us,
Yeah,
Mitchy.
tell-
You got a bit on, haven't you?
We can have a chat off air.
Might have to move the trade period.
Yes.
No, very good. You
Good
are the
on you,
best in the
Mitchy.
business. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank
It's
you.
Good to see you live.